Alright, guys, we are getting started. Just need to make sure I have everything up and running really quick. Let's see, we got that. Okay. So we need to go to Araya's retreat. And then I think after we finish this up, we are in endgame. Let me check one thing. So we're missing a few of those.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud.
Well, Araya died.
So you see, if anything
We
can be done
destroyed
to
the
defend
cauldron.
you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again.
She basically plunged the spear into
Come closer,
the
Aloy.
control nodule,
We have much to discuss.
and it basically kind of like electrocuted her. That's kind of the best way I can really describe it. So when the cauldron was getting destroyed, that's pretty much where they had to leave her. But she was already dead by that point, anyway. So, otherwise, we are finishing up this, and then we should be doing endgame.
Hello,
I think.
Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Araya's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Araya's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion.
Kalaj,
This
thanks for the
is
follow.
something
Welcome
new.
in.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy.
I need to fix that one.
But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a
Things
much
are going
more
pretty good. How are you
comprehensive
doing?
level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Hephaestus? No, Hephaestus. Hephaestus is basically the AI that is in charge of like machine production. Um, and cauldrons are essentially where machines are made.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me.
Yeah, so Hephaestus was
You cared
actually part
about
of
Arma,
Gaia.
didn't you?
Yes,
She was
before
not.
she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
Definitely the warning for AI, right?
This firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes, I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So
Well,
we
that's good.
got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
I think we're getting to endgame. We're finishing up Frozen Wilds, and then I think we're going to be in endgame at that
Do
point.
you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Yeah.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Okay.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Berea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
Jeez.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Jeez. Okay.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's
Once they figure out
spiritual
part of
beliefs,
it, right?
it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
Still depressing, though.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Yellowstone.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
The dam.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Lol.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats.
Wrong, Deb.
Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Okay.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, He was fated in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Irony.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
The
Origin would
recovery
definitely
was
do that.
successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Okay.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality.
Oh. What happened?
My conversations with
Oh, there we
Araya.
go.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Okay, so basically, she's saying that, she wants to know if she should play along.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going.
Seriously? What the heck, TV?
Understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
Well,
I see. I will follow your advice.
at least the AI isn't sitting there
Will
just
you
going like, oh,
return
yeah, I want to
and
be
tell me
worshipped.
about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Okay. Mr. Aratak. Oh, so he actually went outside, okay.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Grieving is hard.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark.
Dad, what do you mean?
I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Well, so Dad, think about it this way. They
It
don't...
would seem your time among the
Sorry,
Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond.
So, think about it this way. Remember, because it's Ted Pharaoh, they don't know what technology is. They know what it is, they don't know what it means. So, to them, seeing machines are kind of like them seeing animals. Now, in regards to the spirits and everything, you gotta also kind of remember, these are people who, like the Banuk, the Nora, they don't interact with technology. That's kind of against their ways. Karja, Osram, a little bit different. But to them, hearing an artificial intelligence voice and everything, to them is kind of like speaking to like their god or goddess or, whatever the case may be. So to them, they also don't understand that, like Hephaestus, they didn't know that it was an AI that was causing that. They think that it's an illness going through the machines. So while Aloy understands more because she's had a focus, like she's able to pick up on all this stuff a lot better, all these other people, they don't know what it is. Imagine if you went back in time to the 1600s with an iPhone that still had like full access to the internet and everything, and someone's sick. You type in the symptoms and it's like, oh, this is what they're sick with, and you give them medicine. That's kind of like the equivalent of Aloy with everybody else in the world. You've got this device that can basically tell you what's going on and what's happening. These other people, they don't have that. They don't know what it means. They don't know why XYZ is happening or how XYZ did whatever it did. So there's a lot of stuff that's kind of going in with that. Well, to be fair, it wasn't an AI that did it. the swarm of Pharaoh robots, they weren't reliant on an AI. It was literally just bad programming. Gaia, like the whole thing with like Hades and all that kind of stuff that's going on in our story, that came after the Pharaoh plague. The robots that they had, literally just, they ended up getting a virus somehow, and their programming essentially made them deviate off course, so they weren't paying attention to instructions and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't an AI that caused the end of the world. It was literally bad programming, super good, what is it, black quartz quantum processing or whatever, that was constantly changing the deactivation codes. Like, there was a lot of stuff that went into it that caused that. Gaia, Hades, and all them, they all came way after that. That's what Zero Dawn was. Now, we don't know what happened that caused Hades and the other AIs to rebel. They just said they got a signal from somewhere, and they don't know where it came from. They said it was an unidentified signal, something did this, and now they're kind of on the loose. Well, not all AIs were bad. You know, and technically, there's not really an evil AI because they're doing what they were programmed to do. The problem is that there's no check and balance. So Hades, like the dialogue that we listened to earlier, the whole purpose of Hades was to restart everything from square one. That's why it's taking control of like all the old war machines and everything like that. That's what it was programmed to do. Hephaestus, the AI that we're fighting in the Frozen Wilds DLC, its whole purpose was to build machines per Gaia's instruction. Now, why are the machines becoming more aggressive? Well, that's what they were just answering, is that humans are hunting machines. They don't have a way to defend themselves. So now Hephaestus is like, I need to create machines to protect the machines that are responsible for repairing the planet. So that's where that comes in. So not all AIs are inherently bad, so to speak. They're just without direction. So they're still doing what they're doing until something comes in and says, hey, you're done, you did it, stop. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. We gotta kill 5 fire claws. Got them in a few different areas.
On our understanding, our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Okay, let's see if I can do that now. There we go. Okay. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. Fire cloud would be all the way up there, it looks like. Kind of want to see if I can override it to try to get like a good start on it.
Just like in the cauldron.
Big guy. Come on over. Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't seen a firefly. Really? You're gonna show up here now, Salty? Alright, Salty, come help. Not technically, because like the whole thing with the swarm, remember, Hades is controlling it, and that's why it's trying to destroy the planet, because Hades' original programming was to reset everything. I usually don't really ride them, honestly.
Can't be too prepared.
Alright, so that's one down. We have one down here. Well, we did that with the sawtooth, remember? But the sawtooth didn't really last all too long. Like, you can get some of them to help you, but they're generally pretty weak. I kind of want to see if I can get that that fire claw to follow me back to the camp over here. That'd be hilarious if I could get everybody down here to help me.
Never know when I might need these. One of these things again.
So kind of like what I'm doing right here is getting the transfer to try and help us. remember, it wasn't an AI that was controlling it. It was literally just a program. The Barrow robots did not have an AI. It was literally just bad programming. They basically just made something that whenever it did have a glitch like that, where it can self-govern itself, that it would just kind of follow its own basic protocols. Override it. See if this helps out a little bit. Leadership just stopped moving for a second. Alright, there we go. Oh, there are people helping us now. Thanks, guys. One more good hit.
That's another one.
Wax root. That's what I need. they were AI based, but not the AI that you're thinking of. Like, they weren't like Cyan AI. They were basically kind of like AI to that one individual unit, but not to the point to like where they could make their own decisions and everything. The Pharaoh robots had a program to allow them to adapt to situations in a war zone as they saw fit. So if they needed to self-replicate because they deemed something as an enemy, they could do that. If they sensed that their batteries were getting low and they needed to use emergency reserves, which is eating the biomass, they could do that. That's kind of like the extent that their AI can do. Does that make sense? It wasn't an AI like Hades or something, like where it can manipulate people and hack into computer networks and everything. Like the corruptors could hack into other corruptors. And what I mean by that is, like, if the company said, hey, we're going to send more machines to go fight these machines, well, those machines could infect other Pharaoh robots, but that was really about all that they could do. Now he's on fire indefinitely. Only help us. Right, exactly. And that's what I was saying, except the only difference, though, is that they're not, I guess you could say they're not self-aware, does that make sense? Like, they weren't, it wasn't something that they viewed themselves as independent. Two more. But that's what I meant, though, is that the swarm was kind of acting as a hive mind, but it wasn't like a self-aware entity, kind of AI. Like, it's an AI, but it's not an AI. Does that make sense? It's not the AI that you would attribute to having a conversation with or anything like that.
Two fire claws. This is gonna be tough.
Oh, there's two of them?
It's Aratak.
I can help with those.
We have to stop meeting like this.
We will. When these are driven from our land.
So, Dab, you're overthinking it. An AI is like it's an overarching thing. So, like in Halo, they've got smart AIs and they have dumb AIs. So, a smart AI is like Cortana. They can have conversations. They can have feelings, and they can think for themselves and stuff like that. A dumb AI in the Halo universe is basically like they are there to do one certain task, and that is it. It's kind of like an AI for a computer. Like, you tell this AI, like, hey, I want you to make sure you fill so many of these orders and do so many of these processes and make sure that everything is in check with these systems and all that. That's the kind of AI that the Pharaoh robots were. They had one specific function, which is war and defense. And that was it. Their AI, like, if you went up to a Pharaoh robot and you were like, hey, like, how are you doing? It wouldn't have a conversation with you like what Cyan did. The Pharaoh robot AIs were literally, like, they specialized with what they were built to do, which was conflict. Like, they could not have a conversation. They could not think for themselves or anything like that. Like, their whole focus was, hey, this is our enemy. We need to destroy our enemy. Oh, I don't have enough troops to destroy my enemy. I can make more of myself. Oh, we're running out of batteries. or we're running out of power, we can start eating the biosphere to recharge our batteries. That's like the extent of what the Pharaoh robots could do. Like it was basically that. It was recharge, reproduce, and fight the enemy. Like those were the only three things that they could think for themselves. So remember, like you got quote AI, and then you've got AI. So Gaia, Cyan, those are real AIs. The Pharaoh robots were quote AI. It's like yes, like they could think for themselves. They were smart enough to handle their tasks and everything, but that was the extent of it. Like they couldn't do anything else.
I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
is all of them. Let's go talk to this guy, and I think we are in endgame now. But yeah, Dad, did that kind of make a little bit more sense?
Sakuli's painting is finished. The whole of Song's Edge can admire it. These new cards are
Peace and harmony.
I heard. Aratak told me about Araya.
I'm sorry, Neltuk.
No apologies. Aratak said that in the end, she was filled with the blue light. She got what she always wanted, didn't she? Each time I doubt my way forward, I think I should seek her guidance. And then I remember. The only guidance I'll receive is my own. Which will have to be good enough. There's much to do.
The Fire Claws. Aratak asked me to help hunt them down.
It's a dire task, but it occupies my attention, so I suppose I'm grateful for it. My scouts have tracked them across the cut.
I'd like to think you're right, Neltuk. About Araya getting what she wanted.
I'm sure she did. All her victories. Surviving the Karja, communing with the spirit, defeating the daemon.
Oh, online?
Every goal she ever set for herself, she accomplished. And in the end, she was rewarded with the blue light itself. The songs say that our bodies are poor vessels for the light. Our hearts are too dark. But at least for a moment, before she passed, I hope she felt what it was like to be part of it.
You don't sound like you trust yourself to take Araya's place.
Araya inspired. Whatever we encountered, the new machines, the slaughter at Thunder's Drum, we knew we would endure. Because she had endured worse. I don't know that I have her confidence. Trust is earned, Aloy. Even in oneself.
You earned Araya's trust, didn't you? She believed you were up to this. And so do I.
Do you?
I wouldn't have said it if I hadn't meant it.
And I suppose I'd better live up to your expectations.
I've already found the Fire Claws, Neltuk. It's over.
That's it then. That's the last of the daemon's work washed away. The last notes of Araya's song sung. The cut is a safer place to live because of what you've accomplished. And now
Alright.
it's time to start anew.
I'm glad I
Ready
could
for
be a part of it.
in-game
As
dev?
are we all, Aloy. Thank you.
Alright, I think we are full on everything right now. The game never fully explained where the virus came from or where the glitch came from, just that it happened. Because in all honesty, I don't even think Pharaoh and them knew where the glitch came from. sure we are loaded up and ready here. Is that not the way?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Alright. Talk to Blameless Marauder. Where is he? Dude, this has got to be an epic battle. What's up?
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
Okay.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Alright. Let's go look around. It's been going. How about you? Wait, where's the, let's go right here.
The only justice Durval deserves is at the tip of a spear.
Alright, let's see where the defense is.
The Oseram that tried to kill our Sun King?
If I got my hands on Durval,
Have you just
there wouldn't be
polished
anything
that
left of
armor?
him for
Who's
the
it?
Oseram to take.
Of course. Aloy.
Hey,
I told you I'd
Deb's
be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts.
Okay.
Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy.
It should be
I've
the
got
grand
the
finale.
scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all.
Dogs are good.
I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha.
I think it's
We'll fight them
end-end.
together.
And I won't forget it,
I
little
don't know.
Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise on a better world.
But it seems like we're running into like everybody we helped throughout the game. Anybody up here?
Elita.
Oh yeah.
I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Thrall were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Don't ask me where to go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
Okay, is that everybody? Do we have
An
more?
Oseram girl cursed at me the other day.
Oh no.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce
No,
and
something
fair,
to do with
Geneva.
the capture card.
He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Uther?
Nakoa,
Oh,
you came to
Nakoa's here.
fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong, for the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Okay, who's over here? Petra!
Petra! Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the mainspring forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
Dude, I'm gonna be
The
so mad if
targets
they
should
do.
put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Okay.
Nice and wide. No need to aim like a bow. Good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other
We've really
again,
only killed,
I know
like,
it.
Technically,
Next
one other
time
person.
could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Okay, I think that's everybody down here. Wait a minute. Nil!
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The wait before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
Okay. I think it's everybody down here.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
Right.
Can be. Cinnabar Sands was before that, and there were no survivors.
Well, I don't like to boast.
Oh, sun, keep the shadow from falling upon me.
That's a nice spear, Uther.
Thank you.
Stirring up tensions.
I like the way you
I'm
grip it.
keeping my eyes open.
Enough, woman.
Okay, let's go see what's going on over here. That's casualty incoming, dude, right? Is there a quicker way to get up there? No. Paradox
Bartok?
here.
I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true I am a stranger in this green and snowless land. Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
There is no other way.
Okay, I wasn't expecting to see him here, but that's awesome.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Alright, so we got some Banuk here. That's awesome. I didn't think that the DLC was going to have them in here. I kind of wish the others that we helped were out here, though. Like the one that did the hunting challenge with us, and we had to help her friends. Felt too real last night. How so? Hey, Talana!
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Yeah, let me see if there's anybody down here. No one? Alright. I'm liking this. We're running into everybody we helped in all of our side missions. It actually kind of feels like I love games that reward you for doing the side quests instead of just, kind of breezing through it. Alright, who's over here?
It rises taller than the highest tree.
Oh, Nora.
These Karja in their frilled armor look like turkeys. But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Alright.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them.
I wouldn't say
They
they're
only joined this fight
xenophobic.
because
Remember
the Lord did
that,
it so.
according to their
Is that why you
religion,
came?
their land
No.
is the only
I would have
like
come
real
just to
sacred
see
land.
you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
Well, no, they're not racist
So am I.
either. Who is that? That's Erend.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower.
Hey, last, how you doing?
What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
All right. We have seen everybody that's going to be with us. Let's do the final battle. You got a toy coming in the mail today. You may want to be a little bit more open with what you mean with that, because that's kind of does. I know it's not supposed to sound wrong, but it kind of does sound wrong. Ah, there you go. I've thought about getting VR, and I haven't pulled the trigger on it just yet, but maybe eventually.
The battle starting?
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
I don't believe so. Yeah, everything's done. I mean, there's tutorials, but I'm not really counting those. Here we go, guys.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
All allies joined.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
And what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Damn! Okay, Helm's Deep, Saruman showing up.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says! Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
I think it was just like planted explosives. And the hair looks pretty good, I think. Healers.
Healers!
No!
Lady.
Rally the Vanguard. Send
Yeah.
reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have fought long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
You will not escape!
The end is inevitable.
Is it though?
You won't.
If the Deathbringers keep firing, the script will go. Bridge can't take much more of this.
It's not too bad of a boss fight. Like, we actually almost have a
It's giving way!
This is the guy that attacked us in that movie at the very beginning.
The one who will take you down!
And he's also kind of like the main commander of those Blitz. Got him.
Possible. I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
I hope this hurts. I don't have time for this.
None of this was meant to be Helis. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You
Yeah, it's a remaster though.
pity me?
Turn your face to the sun.
He's the one who originally attacked us during the proving. Killed Rost. Yeah, kind of the main enemy.
Full already.
Alright. Reach the door. Get to the ridge. Whew.
Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
On the platforms!
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
Easy protection. A bit of damage. I love it.
Gotta get to another platform.
Get to another platform. We're doing okay right here.
Now it's bad. Time to go. It's taking a shot at me.
The attack! Roll your arms! But be wary!
Chance to catch a breath and
Yeah.
prepare.
Yep. Sit. Sit.
Raise arms again! West!
Give me like 1 second. I think I have a DOG who needs to go OUT. Sorry to do this in the middle of the final battle. We're trying to make sure she doesn't have issues because somebody is kind of having bladder control issues at the moment and don't really know what the problem behind it is. So give me just a minute. I'm going to run her outside and we're going to finish this. So 2 seconds. Dab, don't go anywhere. Don't fall asleep. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I know that we had to do that in, like, literally the worst possible time.
Let's do this.
That is a freaking storm.
It's taking a shot at me.
Should have had more of those cannons. Nope, there's Hades.
Aloy! 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 My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
This place is like all nice and everything too. Damn global warming.
This is where I belong, Aloy. But the spire calls for you. Aloy, go! We'll draw them.
I love how the objective is follow the trail of destruction. Oh, yeah, what kind?
That was refreshing.
What was that? Aluki!
My strength is not yet spent. I earned it by ice and snow.
Slave queen.
Turns away from a challenge.
Where's Autotot? Wait, did he die? She said rest well, or rest now, Ice Hunter. I don't see Aratok though. Dead Karja.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
What in the Kevin Bacon Tremors movie? Oh, so that's how it converts biomass into fuel.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Lenora, Baron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Bye-bye Earth 2.0.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back. They're
Aloy!
alive.
It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right?
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
Alright,
I
here we
should
go.
stock up. Last chance.
Oh yeah, let's make sure we got everything. Alright.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where is this thing? What the hell kind of gun is that on top? Is that a freaking rail gun?
Is that a Deathbringer?
Yeah, it's a rail gun. Trying to get it to overheat. There we go.
Out of the way! Never seen so many machines.
Take them out first!
Hey, Trevor. Yep, we are in game right now. Long story short about what the purpose of the game is the world ended due to machines that we were currently fighting, and one of the AIs that is responsible for, it's really hard to explain. it's a 60-hour game that I'm trying to like compress down. My advice would be look up a YouTube kind of walkthrough on it, because it is such a long story to explain.
Watch it, Aloy! More machines!
But it's very good.
Don't let them overrun us!
battle is ours.
Take all that.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Purge Hades.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
it's like that awkward moment where it's like, okay, the king just hugged me. What do I do? I did notice we weren't wearing the same clothes that we were a second ago.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
That has got to be trippy. Like, knowing you're a clone and then finding basically the person you were cloned from. That was good. That was a really good game. Skip it. Where do we end up? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, uh-oh. He's not dead. Silence, what are you doing?
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Okay, but why though? Really? Congratulations on to be hanging and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow. Keep all the loot and everything. Okay. Alright, guys. Guess what that means? Yeah, what did you think of that? Like, would you say that was a pretty good game? Like, that, to me, was like a freaking masterpiece of a game. Alright, let's see here. Okay.
I'm running out of time, Elizabeth. The land is dying. People are suffering. Soon, they'll starve.
Okay, just for the record,
All
this
because
one
of a
is
terraforming
freaking
system that's
beautiful.
spiraling out of control.
Like the other one,
And
like the
only
remaster
I
was
can
gorgeous.
fix it. Only I have your genetic code. It won't be long before we hit the point of no return. And then... extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need. A backup of Gaia. The AI you designed to control the system. But every time I think I have a lead, it comes to nothing. And every night, I have the same dream. I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers. And when I arrive at the center, I see you, Elizabeth. Waiting for me. Even though you've been dead for 1,000 years. You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother. And for a moment, I feel whole. lasts. I'm always left alone. This world is your legacy, Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away. The
That's
valley
still,
below is my
like,
only
gotta be
remaining
really
lead.
trippy though.
My last hope to find the backup.
Like, just
I'll do
imagine
whatever
like
it takes to get it.
realizing you're the clone of someone and you're like trying to like differentiate yourself between the two. Dude, why do you have a beard?
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian, anointed of the Nora.
You know I hate being called that stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment for running out on us the very same night we beat Hades.
I grew up an outcast. Remember, I'm not much for parties.
Yeah. That one was in your honor. Just saying. So, what are we doing? Must be urgent since you left so fast. Delving into ancient ruins? Or maybe it has something to do with the Blight.
Both, actually, but, I should...
Oh, no. I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help the Nora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
I mean, it's kind of nice to see that, you know, the Nora are kind of getting out in the world now. They're not going to be
okay, but
outcasts.
if
They
you're going to come
leave
with
the land.
me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
She's giving him a focus.
Focus? Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on.
Yeah, I keep forgetting though that they were never allowed technology or anything like that. That is gorgeous.
Shall we? All right, I got a couple of scrapes on the way here. We should find some medicinal plants, stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the Focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
Okay, Skybrush.
These plants don't look like the ones in the Sacred Lands.
Ugh.
Bitter?
Yeah, well, at least they make you feel better. All right, we should keep going.
Might want to grab more of these plants along the way.
Yeah, good idea.
5 out of 10. So much more fluid.
Those ruins. That's where we need to go.
I see a few ways down.
Time Don't know who put these ropes here, but we can use the line to slide down.
That's nice.
What are we after exactly?
The backup?
See, that's nice. Like,
it's an AI.
we can actually see.
It's hard to explain.
Like, we can actually see our grappling
Think of it
points
like
now.
a set of instructions that can fix the world.
Sounds complicated.
Maybe we don't need Skyrim horses much anymore.
Yeah, I ran into some trouble on the way here. Lost a lot of my gear. Ground stained red. The blight must be infecting the soil.
No? Where? Oh, we can go swimming.
Find anything good down there?
A few supplies.
It's always an AI. Well, I don't know if you heard her, but she's trying to find a backup of Gaia. Like the actual overarching AI that's supposed to be able to keep all the subordinate functions in line. Because the terraforming system's going out of control.
Light makes my throat itch. Dead end, Aloy.
Alright, so not there. Oh, okay, I didn't know if you heard it or not.
This stuff spreads fast.
6 months ago, the land was fine. Now it's everywhere.
One Hawks.
Salvaging machine carcasses as usual. And there they go.
Looks like they left a carcass behind. A lot of arrows in that machine. Better take a closer look. Someone took down this machine recently.
Who else would come here?
I don't know. We'd better craft some arrows of our own. There might be trouble up ahead.
Good thing we already picked up some ridgewood.
All right. Now to craft some arrows.
Okay.
Done.
Me too. Arrows ready.
Ooh, warrior, trapper, hunter, survivor, infiltrator, and machine master. Okay.
There's a ladder, but can't reach it from here.
Nothing a well-placed arrow can't knock free. Just have to target the lock.
After you.
I kind of like how this is actually like a pulse now, and it's not the walk around in slow-mo.
By the goddess. What was this place?
I don't know. The transmission... The, message I found didn't say. Only that a backup might be here. We need to find a way in. The blight's not just poisoning plants. It's killing animals, too.
Then people will get sick, too. And starve.
We're not gonna let that happen. So, what happened after I left Meridian?
Well, there was a fuss when people realized you were gone.
Down this way.
But then some of us figured you only would have left if it were for something important.
You were right about that.
sure we don't miss anything around here. Okay, nope, nothing. Nope, car. Anything? No? Alright.
Get to the grass. Never seen one of those before.
Me neither. Those dead machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle it?
The focus can help us. We can scan the machine before we make our move.
Okay.
Give it a second. Okay. See how parts of it are glowing? Those are its weak spots.
Got it. I'm ready.
Okay, concentrate.
Another one's coming.
Oh, fling rocks.
How does the focus know all that?
It reads data on the machine.
Like a hunter studying its prey?
Yeah, kind of. So, after the fuss over me leaving, what did everyone else do?
Well, as soon as the celebration was over, my mother led the rest of the Nora home. The Sun King put his people to work rebuilding the city, and I set out to find you.
Okay.
Someone shot this machine too.
Another ladder. Need to shoot off the lock. Got it.
Alright, let's see.
You said you've had a focus since you were a child, right?
Yeah. Found my first one when I fell into a ruin. Got the others from an old cache not long ago. It's good to have extras. Through here.
Going into a ruin of the old ones. God has protected us.
We'll be okay, Varl.
Welcome to the Far Zenith launch facility.
Far Zenith? I know they made some tech trades with Zero Dawn, but why would they have a backup of Gaia?
Please register with reception for the tour.
I guess they want us to check in with them.
Please hold for identiscan. Access denied. Please wait here for personnel to assist you. Dr. Sobek.
Okay. I guess they weren't on great terms with Elizabeth. Well, let's find a way in.
Okay.
Please hold for identiscan. Access denied.
I should be able to pry this open. There's climbing gear. Guess someone dropped in from above. Whoever left this here might have also shot those machines we found earlier.
So where are they now?
And who are they?
Ugh, what's that stench?
Entire camp. Wiped out. They must have come here to delve for scrap.
Acid. That explains the smell. And it looks like something big came in from above.
Crashed right through the camp. And through the wall. I should take a look at the rubble in that gap. Whatever came through here brought this down as it went out. If I can dislodge some of the debris, we might be able to squeeze through. Maybe I can find something to help in the camp.
Aloy, over here. I think I got something.
What do you got?
It's some kind of Osram prototype, I think. This hook looks like it can latch onto things.
And this gear pulls it back.
It looks broken, but maybe we can repair it. Hook it to the debris.
And pull it out. That could work. The focus can help us search the camp and identify anything we can use to fix the tool. My focus picked up a couple of things to check out.
Poor guy. Acid burned right through his armor.
Part of a machine. Could help fix the gears.
Okay, machine scrap. Still leaves the question, though. Workbench, okay. Oh. Leaves the question, what was it?
Machine cable. Stronger than rope. Alright, I think I have what I need to repair the tool. Or maybe even make something better.
You could use this workbench.
Okay. So we got crafting now. Pullcaster.
There. Pole caster. Now to test it on the debris.
Ah, okay. Aha!
That worked better than I thought. Well, it doesn't look like there's an easy way out of here. I should scan the area. We have to find a way to keep going. What's this?
Huh. What's this thing for? Whoa.
Good morning. I'm Oswald Dalgard, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Far Zenith. Forget what you think you know about us. Our truth is simple. We say reach for the stars, even if you have to cross 8.6 light years of space to get there. Please, proceed into the auditorium, where we'll unveil our plans.
Oh, wait a minute. These were, weren't these the guys that made the rocket ship and it blew up?
Wonder what's in this auditorium.
Guess we'll find out. might be able to get up there.
Jump and tap X. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Wow, that worked.
That polecaster's useful.
I'll say, that's handy.
Too bad there's only one.
Don't worry, I'll find you another way up.
Alright, Dab, I'm digging this, I'm digging this.
Okay, I gotta drop the ladder for Varl.
Okay, that's cool.
There you go, Varl.
Thanks.
Yeah, right? Are you still awake, or what are you doing?
Humans, Homo sapiens, us. We have always pushed the boundary as explorers, pioneers, trailblazers. And now Far Zenith is taking the next leap into the future. That's why we're proud to have resurrected the Odyssey. When our government's abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before.
Yes, what's happening?
The Sirius system. There, we'll create humanity's first off-world colony. The Odyssey may take 300 years to reach it, but when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chimvumbe, the truest form of immortality is...
Data corrupt. Playback stopped.
The old ones could fly through the sky? Between the stars?
Well, yes. Sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up.
You want me to stop it here?
Is that why Elizabeth gave them a backup of Gaia? For their colony?
Error. Public presentation file corrupted. Member recruitment file available. Do you wish to reactivate?
Yeah, reactivate. Let's see what else they had to say.
We all know the projections. Economic instability, new biocontagions, rampant AIs. How long before another catastrophe creates unacceptable risk for the world's elite?
True, but it is actually probably getting kind of close to my bedtime.
Escape the inevitable.
Work tomorrow and all that.
Reach for the stars. Now you've seen what we're building here. Infrastructure to support the Odyssey's construction. A state-of-the-art data center to facilitate rapid technological advancements. And you've seen how we're managing public perception. So invest and join us. Claim your berth on the Odyssey. Preserve your way of life beyond the concerns of Earth.
Well, they were right about the world ending. I just didn't know how. Yet.
I don't even know if the
So
spaceship has an
everything they
AI.
said back there about the next step for humanity, it was all a lie. These people only cared about saving their own skin.
Yeah, well, didn't work out for them in the end. That Oswald guy mentioned a data center. There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Blame everything on AI. There you go.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
Okay. This would be a good little stopping point for us, because, yeah, 4 o'clock and so you get ready for bed and all that kind of stuff. But anywho, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm glad that we got done with Zero Dawn. Now we are starting Forbidden West, and we're going to kind of see how that all plays out and everything. But anywho, y'all have a good one. I am going to try to be on tomorrow. Depends on how tired I am after work. We'll see. And we will keep going. But alrighty, have a good one. Dad, take care. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow.